Line up, everyone. Today we're welcoming some very special guests. It had been ages since the orphanage held anything this fancy. All of us were excited, including me. But then, can I go to the bathroom, please? She probably didn't hear me, but I couldn't hold it any longer. As I ran past the back courtyard, I saw a man on the other side of the fence. I smiled at him, just out of habit. The guests had arrived. We all stood up straight, puffing our chests with pride as they passed. And that man? Oh, he was leading them. He walked right up to me, which made me confused.
This girl, I want to adopt her.
Hi, I'm Mila. I may look tiny, but I'm 15. I'd spent all 15 years in the orphanage with the Sweet Sisters, and now you're riding with me in a shiny car to my new home.
Your smile caught my eye, so pure and bright. I'm Kane. Ever heard of me?
He chuckled when I shook my head.
Mr. Kane's a billionaire. Sweet girl, we're home.
My jaw dropped as a huge mansion appeared in front of me. At the door, a kind-looking woman and two guys were waiting.
This is my wife, your mom now, and these are Edward and Benji, 17, my sons, your big brothers from now on.
Your dad's always wanted a daughter. Now he finally has one. I promise I'll be a good kid. The boys took me to my new room. They even said they decorated just the way I liked.
You're the princess of the house now.
You guys are so sweet to me. That night, I lay in the biggest, softest bed I'd ever seen. The Kane family felt straight out of a fairy tale, rich and kind. I didn't want to be a burden. I was going to be the best kid ever. I woke up early the next morning, tiptoed into the kitchen because I didn't want to bother the maids.
What you doing?
He leaned on the doorframe. Then Benji poked his head in. Breakfast?
We've never had instant noodles before.
What? Y'all are missing out. This stuff's elite. They shrugged. Next thing I knew, the three of us were sitting at this super long table eating cheap noodles like royalty. Yum!
Okay, you win. Noodles are top tier. But from now on, you eat what the chef makes too. Deal?
Deals? After breakfast, I started cleaning. You know, old habits die hard. I zoomed across the huge room, scrubbing the floors till they sparkled, like mirror-level shiny. Then I found the laundry room, super high-tech. But how do these buttons even work? Next thing I knew, bubbles were flooding the room. I tried to fix it, but before I drowned in foam, my brothers rushed in.
Cinderella, girl, let the pros handle this before you disappear in suds.
He scooped me up like a rag doll while Benji chirped,
Dad's got a mission for you.
"Really? I've got a job?"
Yep, spend 10 grand in one day. Easy, right?
Absolutely not. They dragged me to store after store, but nothing felt like me. I finally stopped at a thrift shop, and they looked at me like I was Delulu. I walked out with a pile of old books. All that for just 50 bucks. It was way off the 10 grand target. The whole Kane fam cracked up at my haul.
Ho 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 ho, Mila, sweetheart. You didn't have to do all that.
We can give you anything you need. You're our daughter.
My daughter, Mila!
We all turned to the door. A scruffy-looking man had just stepped in.
Don't you recognize your father?
My father? I had no idea who he was. I was left at the orphanage as a baby. But then, he pulled out an old photo album and showed baby pictures of me. That's really me? That's what I was wearing when the sisters found me.
Of course, and look at these.
He showed me a broken music box, a worn-out teddy bear, old toys I didn't even remember I remembered.
I looked everywhere for you.
He pulled me into this tight, trembling hug. My foster mom was tearing up too. But me? I was frozen and I didn't know how to feel. He said my last name was Brown. And that night, he stayed for dinner with me and the Kanes. The moment he sat down, it was obvious he didn't care one bit about manners. He scraped his fork across the fancy porcelain plate, chugged down his wine, and let out a burp so loud it made everyone jump.
So, Mr. Brown, how did you find Mila?
Heard it in some local bar.
Edward and Benji had already stopped eating. They looked tense. Mrs. Kane looked uneasy while Mr. Kane kept his face unreadable.
You abandoned her. No, she was kidnapped. Yeah, when she was still in diapers. Her mom got sick from heartbreak and passed away. Oh, my poor sweet Mila. I sold everything just to find her.
You've been through so much. If there's anything we can do,
Yes, thank you, ma'am. If you could give us some money.
I didn't hear the rest. My ears were ringing. My mom was gone and my dad didn't seem like a good person. That night, I went to talk to Edward and Benji. I just needed to let it out. But as I walked past their door, I overheard them talking.
That guy was awful. I couldn't even eat because of him. He felt fake. like total scammer vibes.
It stung. They were talking about my dad, and the worst part was that they weren't wrong. I never wanted to be a burden, but now that he was here, because of me, everything felt off. Maybe I should leave. That night, lying on the soft bed I thought would be mine forever, I wrote a goodbye letter. To the people I love. It was past midnight when I left the letter on the bed and woke the man I now had to call Dad. We have to go.
Huh? It's not even morning yet.
I want to leave, now.
Fine, just give me a sec.
He stumbled out of the room. While I waited, I walked through the mansion one last time.
You were gonna leave without saying goodbye?
He saw right through me. I couldn't stop myself from trembling. I have to. He's my dad.
We're seriously scared for you. Mom and Dad will be crushed if you disappear.
I can't wait till morning. I don't want to see our mom cry again. I'll be okay, I promise. Okay?
All right, but promise us you'll visit. And call us too, yeah?
Edward pressed a phone into my hand. Then they both hugged me tight. It honestly felt like I'd been their little sister forever. We left the mansion and headed out towards some sketchy, rundown suburb. After a long drive, we stopped in a trailer park.
This is where I live. But don't worry, once I sell this stuff, we'll still have booze for tonight.
You stole from them?
That lady promised me money, so taking it is kinda the same. Just wish I grabbed more.
I was fuming, but I stayed quiet. No matter how bad things got, he was still my father. But things only got worse. I kept finding him passed out on the kitchen floor surrounded by empty bottles. He was totally wasted again.
Thirsty.
I brought him a glass, but he slapped it away.
Did I say I wanted water?
The money from the stuff he stole ran out fast, and he snapped at me just because dinner was watery soup.
How am I supposed to live on this garbage?
Then he knocked everything off the table. I stayed quiet, cleaning up his messes, hoping that if I just kept being a good kid, maybe he'd treat me like his daughter.
Guess it's time you begged those rich folks for more. Hand me the phone.
He tried grabbing my phone, texting Edward and Benji, pretending to be me. Give it back!
Baby girl, that phone's the most valuable thing we've got. I'll hold on to it for you.
Yeah, right. I knew exactly what he'd do. He'd sell it for more of that gross poison he drank. One afternoon, I caught a woman barging in, glaring at my dad. Who is she? I'm your wife. Why didn't you tell me anything? So he had a whole other family. Her glare made me shrink.
She's my gold mine. The rich family gave me cash because of her.
My heart sank. I was just his payday. And for the first time, I felt real, fiery rage. That night, while he was dead asleep, I quietly took back my phone and called my brothers.
Mila, are you okay?
Don't help that man anymore. He's awful. But before I could say more, the phone was snatched right out of my hand. Mr. Brown stood there like some deranged giant, his face red and breathing like a train pulling into a station. He shoved me into the tiny bathroom in the trailer. I was so angry I couldn't even cry. This isn't a family. This is just a freezing box with a complete stranger. I banged on the door until my arms gave out and I passed out without even realizing it. I thought I'd be stuck in there all night until I heard sirens wailing.
Mila, step back from the door!
I jumped back just in time. There was a loud crash, and then my brothers burst in. Edward scooped me up and carried me out of that nightmare. Outside, Mr. Brown was already being taken away by the cops, crying his eyes out.
He's a big fat liar. But first, let's take you home, Mila.
Home. Just hearing that word broke me. I cried the whole way back, with Edward and Benji trying to comfort me. Mrs. Kane pulled me into the warmest hug, and Mr. Kane held my hand tight.
That man, he wasn't your real father. He was your dad's friend. Your father passed away years ago. I'm so sorry, Mila.
He saw us adopt you and pretended to be your dad to get money from our family.
You've been through so much, but you're safe now. You have us. We'll protect you.
And honestly, that meant more to me than any diamond, gold bar, or fancy mansion ever could. From that moment on, I didn't feel like a guest in their world anymore. I felt like family, for real this time. I helped the maids with chores, snuck around eating instant noodles with Benji and Edward, and totally wedged myself between them on the couch for movie nights. Where there's love, that's home. And I was finally home. I blinked awake, my surroundings hazy and overwhelmingly white. What is this place? Hospital? Maybe? Before I could piece things together, a ridiculously handsome guy appeared in my line of sight.
Baby, you're awake! Thank God! Mwah! I thought I lost you forever!
Before I could even process what was happening, he dove in for another kiss. And just like that, I found myself swept up in the moment. Wait, who the heck are you?
It's me, Nate, your boyfriend, and the father of your child.
I let out my earth-shattering scream. Even the people passing by in the hallway jumped out of their skin. Right then, the doctor walked in. And surprise, it was Colin, my BFF since forever. He shot Nate a sharp look, whispered something that drained all the color from Nate's face, and ushered him out of the room. Colin, what on earth is going on? Why am I pregnant?
You're not. That baby bump is fake.
What? I jumped out of bed and the fake belly hit the floor with a solid thud. My brain felt like it was about to explode. Colin scrambled to explain before I could start screaming again. Apparently, a few months ago, I'd begged Colin to fake pregnancy papers and whip up a belly that looked way too real. I didn't explain why, only that Nate and I had a massive blowout and I was furious. Reluctantly, Colin had agreed. Then a huge fire broke out at my apartment complex. Luckily, the firefighters rescued me just in time. But why can't I remember anything from when I met Nate?
It might be that you inhaled too much toxic smoke. Sometimes the brain blocks out the memories it wants to forget the most.
Then what am I gonna do now? What if Nate finds out the baby bump is fake?
Let's see. Oh, you always carry a journal, right? Maybe there's a clue in there.
I fumbled through my stuff and found it, heart pounding. Inside were just a few messy lines. I love Nate, but he shattered my heart. Only this fake baby bump can keep him with me, so we can live happily ever after with his millions. Jeez Louise, what on earth had driven me to this? Suddenly, my head throbbed as memories of endless fights with Nate resurfaced. There was definitely some unfinished business between us. Just then, Nate banged on the door like a man on a mission. Colin frantically reattached the fake bump before letting him in.
You can take her home now. If anything seems off, call me immediately.
Nate didn't waste a second, scooping me up bridal style and heading straight for the car. We were off to our own home? Since when did we live together?
I know you're totally confused right now, but probably wondering how you ended up with a boyfriend this hot, charming, and let's be real, top tier.
Not exactly.
Shh, let me tell you the story. It all started on a sunny day. I was strolling through the park when, out of nowhere, a beautiful, fluffy creature bounded up to me. Her fur was soft and she smelled amazing, and I was mesmerized. She and I frolicked around as the world melted away.
What in the world are you doing with my dog? Help!
Startled, the dog bolted, yanking me down by the leash. I landed square on top of you. That's when we literally fell for each other.
So I fell for a creep who's obsessed with sniffing my dog. Lovely.
Hey, I'm not a creep. I just really love dogs. Now shush and listen. After that, we had the best dates ever. Picnics with your dog, bath times for your dog, beach trips with your dog, you name it. Finally, with your dog's help, I confessed my feelings.
So do you like me or my dog?
I like you. I like you, and I'll make you fall for me all over again. Just watch.
Suddenly, the car came to a stop.
We're here.
I stepped out, surprised to see our tiny house. Didn't my journal say Nate was a millionaire? Still, the house was cozy, and Nate had thought of every little detail to make me comfortable. The floors were spotless, but not slippery so I wouldn't fall. He wouldn't let me lift anything heavy, and he was always there to help me up and down the stairs. Meanwhile, I was struggling to fake waddle like a pregnant lady without giving the game away. Hiding this baby bump? Mission impossible. Nate was constantly hovering when he wasn't working, even offering to massage my pregnant belly. Just then, the dog spilled massage oil all over the floor. Nate didn't notice, slipped, and tore his pants. I laughed so hard I couldn't breathe. Oh, and Nate had signed us up for prenatal yoga classes. He made me twist into all sorts of weird poses, snickering when I got a cramp. Shoot, my fake bump was about to fall off. I had to bail. Then came the monthly ultrasound. I was shaking in my boots, clueless about what to do. Thankfully, Colin saved my butt. While I stayed hidden behind a curtain, Nate stared at the baby wiggling its nose on the screen, bawling like a baby himself. Aw, poor guy. Nate somehow got it in his head that pregnant women craved weird food combos, so he turned our kitchen into a lab. The experiments were total flops. I wanted to yeet the plate out the window after just one bite. I took one bite and felt like throwing up. Nate, the genius, immediately assumed I had morning sickness, started rubbing my back, and with the most comforting face ever.
Don't stress it, babe. You're still the cutest thing ever.
Cue my heart doing the cha-cha slide. Ever since then, I couldn't be near him without my face lighting up like a stoplight.
So, you've fallen for me, haven't you?
I threw a pillow straight at his face, but as I stood up, my vision blurred. Out of nowhere, an image flashed in my mind. Nate holding hands with another woman, both grinning so happily. What the heck was that? A memory? One night, Nate took me out for a surprise dinner at some fancy restaurant. The way he looked under the warm lights, total snack. I was this close to leaning in for a kiss when he suddenly dropped to one knee. Everyone around us gasped like we were in a rom-com.
I know this is kinda sudden, but I want us to be a real family. So, will you marry me?
The crowd was absolutely losing it. Aww. Guilt hit me like a brick. If I said yes, I'd be stuck lying to him forever. He didn't deserve that. Just as I opened my mouth to decline, a piercing party horn blower from a kid's birthday party nearby interrupted me.
So, what's your answer?
I said I can't.
I couldn't catch what you said.
Fine. I'll marry you. The crowd erupted into cheers. Meanwhile, I bolted to the restroom, trying to process the chaos in my head. On my way back, I overheard Nate whispering to the restaurant manager.
Can you take tonight's bill out of my paycheck? I'll work extra shifts to make up for it.
What? Why was Nate doing that? I wanted to confront him, but didn't want to make things awkward in front of everyone, so I decided to snoop. Turns out Nate wasn't just working one job, or two. He was juggling 3. During the day, he'd been super supportive, asking me if the baby needed anything or had cravings. Then late at night, when he thought I was asleep, he'd head to his part-time gig at a gas station. Seeing him work so hard for me and the baby broke me. Suddenly, a shiny Porsche screeched to a stop in front of Nate. A stunning woman stepped out, looking like she belonged on the cover of Vogue. She cornered Nate, getting so close it was like they were about to kiss. My blood boiled. I stormed over like a tornado and dragging her aside. Listen here, lady. Just because you're a customer doesn't mean you can pull whatever stunt you want. Keep your hands off him, especially when he's engaged. She looked at me startled, then her eyes traveled to my baby bump. Wait, she looked familiar. So, you're really pregnant, huh? Who even are you and why are you so nosy? You don't remember me? Then let me remind you. I'm Nate's fiancé. His parents arranged our engagement ages ago, long before he met you. A baby bump won't change that. Everything's already been decided. Watch. She pulled out her phone, showing me a video of Nate proposing to her, just like in my memory flash. My chest tightened like I couldn't breathe. Everything blurred as memories came flooding back. I remembered stumbling upon Nate down on one knee, proposing to this woman, surrounded by his family's approval. While I am just the third wheel, the bitterness of betrayal was suffocating. I ran, my vision clouded with tears. Reaching the stairs, my foot slipped and I fell. But just as I braced for impact, a hand caught me. It was Nate. He pulled me up, but we both ended up tumbling down the stairs together.
Grace, are you okay? No, this can't be.
Nate, the baby, it's fake! His face felt like he'd just been struck by lightning.
Why? Why would you do this to me?
Because you betrayed me! You led me on, made me fall for you over and over while you were with someone else! Did you have fun, Nate? Playing with my feelings?
I was engaged to Daphne before I met you, but...
Enough! I hate you! I never want to see your face again!
Grace, please, I'm sorry!
I stormed back to our place, packed my things, and left as fast as I could. I ended up at Colin's doorstep. He took me in and comforted me. Days turned into nights, and Colin grew worried about me. He convinced me to step out for some air and a coffee run. That's when I saw a familiar face. She was holding hands with someone new. Daphne? What are you doing here? Ain't you pregnant? And what about you? Shouldn't you be walking down the aisle with Nate by now? We were butting heads for a bit, but then both sighed. Over coffee, Daphne admitted that Nate never liked her. He only proposed because his parents forced him to. After he found out you were pregnant, he broke off the engagement and stood up to them, even when they threatened to cut him off. Oh, so that's why Nate was working himself to the bone. All of a sudden, memories of all the good times we'd had together came flooding back, and my heart was sobbing. Wait a sec, if that's true, then why were you flirting with Nate at the gas station and cutting in between us? I mean, I was shooting my last shot. You never know, right? Oh, I wanted to slap her so bad, but she apologized. She said she was ready to move on now that she'd found someone new. Come to think of it, I was the one who'd messed up here. You should go talk to him. Sometimes love means knowing how to forgive. Without wasting another second, I bolted to Nate's workplace, catching him just as his shift ended.
Grace, what are you doing here? I thought you never wanted to see me again.
No! I was wrong. I know everything now. I shouldn't have doubted you or hurt you like that.
I'm sorry too. I should have ended things with Daphne way sooner. Because the moment I met you, I knew I couldn't love anyone else.
I pulled him into the tightest hug, happy tears streaming down my face. But just as we let go, his body went limp. Nate! Nate! Can you hear me? Heart pounding, I called for an ambulance and rushed him to the hospital. Colin explained he'd overworked himself and collapsed from exhaustion. That's when Nate's parents showed up, their faces full of worry. But it didn't take long for it to turn into fury.
Look at what you've done to our son. If it weren't for you, he wouldn't be in this state. I won't let you ruin him any further. Take him away.
I stood there frozen, guilt eating me alive as they whisked Nate away. Months passed, no calls, no texts. It was like Nate had vanished into thin air. I couldn't stop thinking about him. I even tried dating other people, but all I could see was him. So I dragged Colin out for drinks to drown my sorrows. When will I ever stop thinking about him? He's in my head 24/7. When I'm eating, working, even cleaning up dog poop. Nate, you jerk! No, wait, I can't curse him. He's the love of my life.
So, what is it, Grace? Do you miss me, or do you want to curse me?
I jumped so hard I sobered up instantly. Nate? Is it really you?
It took me forever to find my way back to you. Now come here and kiss me already.
Miss, if you get sick, your parents will blame us.
Jeez, playing with these folks is so boring. If only I had siblings to play with. But I didn't expect that wish to turn my life upside down. One day, when I returned home from school, "Excuse me, who are you guys?" Huh? Sniffling from my parents' bedroom? Mom? You betrayer! I don't want to hear any explanations from you! Then Mom stormed out of the room in tears. Huh? All of them are my biological brothers? Half-brothers? Sadly, my mom never came back. I cried a lot. I locked myself in my room for days, refusing to see anyone. But as my brothers tried to comfort me, my sorrow lessened, and I grew closer to them. Since then, they pampered me like an egg. They even gifted me a magnificent crown.
You're our beautiful princess!
My brothers transferred to my school and protected me as if I were a celebrity. I was proud of it. All my friends were so envious. And it brought troubles too. No! It's a gift from my brothers!
I don't care. Give it to me. Your mom would be very sad if she knew you were bullying a girl.
My brothers rescued me just in time. I don't want them near me anymore. Never, ever! Since then, my brothers became a shield, keeping all the boys away from me, even those with different intentions. We became inseparable, doing everything together, even sleeping in the same room. But things changed as I grew up. Even though they took over the family business, they still spent too much time on me. Once, I had severe stomach pain. Not sure if it was the raw oysters at lunch or if I was sick.
Are you okay, Reena?
I'm fine. Just need some rest.
I know what it is. I'll handle it.
They dragged me to a supermarket, and I couldn't resist.
Give me something for girls going through puberty. Thanks. Don't worry, we'll protect you no matter what.
I've never been so embarrassed in my life. If there was a hole, I'd have dived into it like a mole and never come out. I took the sanitary pads from the cashier, mumbled a thank you, and bolted. I felt more and more awkward living with my brothers, but it didn't stop there. Not just in personal matters. They even interfered in my love life. I wish I could find someone who sacrificed for me like Jack loved Rose. So I started dating with the help of Emma, my best friend. Even though I was beautiful and popular, my love life was the opposite. Like with Dylan, the hottest guy in school. My God, he's tall and muscular. But we ended up with him pretending he didn't know me at school. Or Nathan, who after a few months of dating, said he didn't like girls anymore because he realized he loved boys. I don't get it. Everything was so perfect at first. They dated you because you're pretty and popular. And then, well... What? I don't know if I should say this, but... It's all because of your brothers. My brothers? They told me not to say it, but you're my best friend, right? They confronted Dylan after school and demanded he break up with you. Same with Nathan. They told him to come up with any excuse so you wouldn't cling to him. God, why did they do that? They did it because they worry about you. But I'm not the little princess under their control anymore. I have to do something to prove I've grown up and have my own life. Emma and I secretly planned a party right in my backyard. Of course, that day, all my brothers were out on business. I wore my most stylish dress, winking at every guy I passed by. That's when I spotted Jake, a well-known player from my school. Ew, why are those annoying lovebirds here? I don't know. I spread your invites all over school. Bet my brothers would freak if they knew I invited him. They hated each other in school. Isn't that the whole point? Right. This party was to show off my freedom. Enjoy, everyone! Amidst the booming music, people chatted and clinked their mocktail glasses. As the evening darkened, the party's heat didn't simmer down.
Can you leave me alone?
No, Jake. I'm your girlfriend. But you keep talking and flirting with other girls here. You're awful. Emma and I exchanged glances, sensing trouble brewing. I approached them, ready to intervene or kick them out. But suddenly, Jake grabbed my wrist.
Let's break up. I found someone new. Reena's way cuter.
What the heck? His new girlfriend? Since when were we a thing? The sound of a helicopter whirring overhead. Everyone panicked as it looked like it was landing right where the party was. My brothers are back? Obviously, one of the servants snitched.
Let go of my sister now!
Jake let go of me as all three brothers charged at us. Their anger could probably roast a turkey. Wait, he's my boyfriend. Okay, just wanted to rile up my brothers. But no. The party was abruptly canceled. Everyone scurrying home to my utter astonishment. Why? Just why?
You said you didn't want them near you.
That's when I was 7. I'm 17 now. Come on.
You're still our little princess.
Stop calling me that.
They'll exploit you for our family's wealth.
No way. Leave me alone.
If we can't advise you, Dad will.
Ridiculous. Using Dad to scare me? But... they're right. I promised Dad before he left England that I'd be good to my brothers. Fine, I'll be good. Happy now? I stormed back to my room, trying not to break anything I grabbed.
You'll age quickly if you keep being angry like that.
What the what? I ran to the window and saw Jake sitting there, under the windowsill. Creep!
I'm not a creep, don't get me wrong. I was just waiting here to apologize. I guess it's my fault you got into trouble with your brothers. But it was impressive when you said I'm your boyfriend.
I only said that to annoy them. Well, I didn't know Jake could be so gentle. We ended up talking for hours. I told him about my brothers, and he told me about Chloe.
I just saw her as a friend, but one day she confessed to me. I said no, but our dads have business together. My dad said I shouldn't hurt her, but today was too much.
I realized Jake was rebelling against his dad's control. Misery loves company, so I got his feelings. Right then, I saw a rat running across the lawn. Ah! Capybara! Could it be that I'm falling for him? The next day, I had plans to meet Emma after school. As I stepped out of the class, I bumped into the last person I want to see, Chloe. Well, well, princess. We didn't get to finish our chat yesterday. So, Jake's new girlfriend? Misunderstanding. Just a misunderstanding. Remember, we haven't officially broken up. You know what to do. I felt sorry for her, clinging to someone who clearly didn't love her back. Either way, I didn't want any drama with her. But Jake popped up out of nowhere, slinging his arm around me intimately, which drove Chloe crazy. I will be your worst nightmare. From that day, Chloe incessantly called out my name, hid my books, and spread ridiculous rumors about me at school. I could have asked my brothers for help, but I chose not to. I didn't want them to keep meddling in my life. Chloe even set off the fire alarm and told the teachers it was me. My brothers were called in and finally found out the truth. I was suffering Chloe's wrath over Jake. Strangely, this time, they said nothing. After that day, Chloe stopped bothering me, as if I was invisible. My brothers must have influenced her family business. I had a few peaceful days, until one day. Hurry! Jake's seriously hurt in a fight! He's been taken to the hospital. He said he wants to see you. Wait, why would Jake want to see me? Duh, who knows? But hurry up! Okay, you know what? Forget it. Give me the address. Chloe sent me the location. But when I got there, it wasn't a hospital, but a construction site. She tricked me!
Didn't expect to see you here, Reena.
Who are you? And whoever you are, leave me alone! He didn't answer, but grabbed my wrist and held me back. I will scream! The cops will catch you!
Look around! See who's going to save you now.
I've told you already. Your mom would be so sad to know you're bullying a girl.
My brothers! Still as cool as ever. The bullies charged in. It was their doomsday. My brothers are all skilled in martial arts. Ah! Let me go!
I've been paid. Gotta finish the job, right?
Chloe hired you guys, huh? Weak as a slug.
The bullies fled, and I realized Jake's leg was seriously injured. Initially, it was Chloe's lie, but in the end, Jake really got hurt in a fight.
Lucky I overheard Chloe's call and made her spill. It's my fault.
No, you saved me. His sparkling eyes made my heart skip a beat. Kiss me! Just do it!
You should thank Emma too. She called us.
Hey Jake! Thanks!
We always thought you were our little princess who needed protection. But we didn't realize you've grown up and have your own opinions. We were wrong. Sorry.
Aww. Chloe left after that incident. Her dad sent her abroad to avoid more trouble. I won't lie, I was mad, but I understood why she acted that way. Because Jake really is a lovely guy, and we grew closer.